born ready, bitch.
Welcome to our podcast. Welcome to our podcast, everybody. We're here back with Brandon, Billy, and Aaron, and also our new host, Antonio.
Who the fuck is Brandon?
Who's Billy?
No, you should go with your nickname, Grandpa Brandon.
No. He's got a new nickname now.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised he didn't say anything about it.
He thought he was slick changing his name to Billy's Master, so I switched that right around. I was like, nah, you ain't slick.
Billy has too much power owning the freaking server. Like, he changes my name every time.
I change your name when you change it to something stupid.
Well, maybe you should make your own Discord server. You know, if you really want to be.
The only way that you should make your own Discord server is if it has hookers
And blackjack.
There we go. Glad somebody else is paying attention.
Oh, he would add cigars with that.
No, we got the cigars. He needs the blackjack. He needs everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually sad that nobody got my Breaking Bad reference earlier today on Discord, but it's whatever.
Really? What did you say?
The whole being in the fake hate truck with two dudes wearing boots with skulls on their, like, at the point of the boot.
I thought you were just sharing.
Yeah, same. Like, I did it.
Wow, y'all are fucking
Legit just thought you were sharing.
wow.
I was like, all right, I'm not gonna say anything because, yep.
Like, he has some.
You
I
by
just
all
saw a
means,
notification at work, and I'm like, yeah, that's something that Aaron's doing. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, that checks.
That is. I see how it is.
Turned into the breaking bitch real quick, huh?
Like,
Yeah,
I read it, but I was like, I don't know what the heck he's talking about.
You don't remember him telling you about that story? Because I don't remember him telling me. I was like, oh shit, I guess I didn't know about this. All right, dude.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess that's how you spend your Fridays. Hey, that's how you do it.
Well,
Wait, is that how you spend your Fridays?
no. Well, now I spend it with you guys.
But in the past, did you spend your Fridays like that?
No. I was working a lot of my Fridays. I was working, you know, because I was stuck in that Monday through Saturday shift. Hello.
Wait, from where? What are you
Somebody
talking? Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was. What are you guys doing? I was stuck on the working Wednesday through Saturday for the longest time.
Oh.
You know, back when we had the office and I had the office to myself on Friday nights, and
Hey, I had that shift before you did, so
I
you
know.
and I shared that shift for a brief period of time.
I can't imagine
And then
being at the office anymore.
I don't know. In some ways, I don't. The office now, I don't know if I can imagine myself, because I don't know the glare, and I just would not get anything done because all of us would be in that tiny room. Or it's not really that tiny of a room, but if you were to get all the deskers that are on the shift in that room, I feel like you'd get real cramped real quick. Somebody would be sitting in the dining room or something. But the old offices, whenever we had our own little areas, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed that. I just did not enjoy the drive there, like, ever. Like, every time. So, and I love how Herman never believed me about this, but just about every time I would leave at 8:45, didn't have to be there at 10, but it was a 45-minute drive, and some days I would get stuck on 121 or like one of the highways, and it would be shut down to one lane, and I'm like sending Brandon a picture. I'm like, I really wished I was making this up, but I left like an hour and 15 minutes ago. I'm on my way.
You better send proof, because like, he woke up late.
And then Herman's like, are you sure he didn't wake up late? I'm like, dude, like, I wish I'd woke up late and I wasn't stuck in all this traffic at 10 p.m. at night. Get out of here.
Were you before? Was it? It wasn't DeSoto, right? Not DeSoto.
No, I was in Roanoke area.
Roanoke. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Before
That was,
before you moved to Korean City.
Whoa. Hold up. Just because there's a bunch here, and primarily that's the restaurants. If you were to get on, DoorDash or Uber Eats and you wanted to get some food, if it's not fast food, it's most likely of the Asian variety.
So you don't think it's predominantly Korean in your area?
I don't think it's. I think it's like a mixture. Like, I don't think it's I don't think they're all mostly Korean, because there are some non-Korean restaurants here.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of Korean restaurants, but they're not all that.
They got the Korean Jesus churches too.
and mechanic shop too. Yeah. Trust, I it's not all, but there's a big population of it for sure. Oh, I guess I should stop talking so we can get to the agenda, right? What's the agenda today, Brandon? Why don't you give us a little rundown of what you want us to do today?
I mean, a Sad Boy episode. Are we ready for that? No. So
are we really doing a Sad Boy episode already?
How sad you want to make this? Like, sappy?
We gotta hook people, we gotta put the come cry with us feeling vibe out there.
It's not just a face, Mom.
You don't think we're entertaining enough without delving into all that trauma?
I mean, we can trauma dump if that's what the people want. People get what they want. I'll trauma dump for them. I don't give a fuck. Open that book.
It's only a second episode, so.
Yeah, they start this and they're like, "This is really sad. I don't know if I continue to listen to this."
I mean, it's not like it's like you know how it's a 3-date rule, like before you sleep with somebody. Like, I don't think there's a 3-episode rule for being sad.
George going for it.
Damn, 3-date rule.
Going to depression.
I was gonna say 3 dates.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Have you ever waited for those 3 dates?
I mean, I'm not talking about me.
I mean, it's all of us here. Like, okay, so I can tell you right now, I don't think I've ever gone on 3 dates without one of the first 2 sealing the deal.
Well, I think out of the 3 of us, Brandon's the only one that has no game. So
I mean, he locked down the first one he got, right? And then locked her to it. Had kids with her, locked her down. Like, I don't know if he could lock it down any harder.
I mean, game.
So
is game.
Did it really take? Did it take you 3 dates?
I mean,
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it did.
Definitely
I think it was
not 3 dates.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Aaron? 3 dates or less?
No, it was
3 years.
Second date, maybe.
3. Second date. Okay. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, it's less than 3 dates.
Yeah. So, what is this 3-date rule you're talking about? Because it clearly does not apply.
I was just making a metaphor for a 3-episode rule for being sad, and that's all I was doing.
Okay. I was just saying, because typically, I know. I know if I'm gonna be able to seal the deal that night or not, and it's not the end of the world if I don't. But I will say 9 times out of 10, it's the first date.
I watch too many rom-coms. That's why, like, you know how they come up with those little rules. But yeah, today's episode, I kind of want to talk about us. Get to know each other a little bit on the podcast. Share it with everybody.
I guess the question for that I have is how well do you want to get to know us? little snippet of us, or how well do you want to dive in? Were you gonna have a therapy session, or like what how deep do
you want an appetizer?
Like,
or
yeah,
an entree?
yeah. Are we having girl dinner or with our past or what, dude?
How sad do you want to feel?
How sad or how fucked up do you want to think our past is? I guess. What?
Do
No
you want
wonder
me to
these.
bring out some mimosas or something, or what?
No wonder these guys have some like really fucked up senses of humor.
I know. I was watching Ted Lasso, and he was like saying like, you, like it's such a weird feeling meeting somebody's mom because you find out where all the trauma came from. You know,
It's true. It's true. You were talking about Diamond Dogs, and that's why I was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're not the Diamond Dogs. We're the depressed dogs, dude. Come on." It's just it's wine.
Yeah. I mean,
just upset that,
between our legs.
what was that, Aaron?
I'm just upset that we didn't watch that together, even though we were all watching it kind of at the same time.
Man, I still haven't watched any of season 3 though.
Yeah, me neither. And Brandon's just out here
Don't worry,
doing it well done.
don't worry. He tries to ruin, spoil things all the damn time.
no, I don't. That's the
Okay.
one rule I respect. No, but it was pretty good.
Wait,
so watch
so
it.
you only respect one rule?
Like-
Aaron, hit it. Tell his girl he only respects one.
Don't spoil movies is my only rule. Or shows, I guess.
Or don't spoil the milk.
True.
But it
Any
doesn't.
other shows that y'all been watching?
I just finished the fall of the House of Usher.
Oh, on
Oh.
Netflix. On Netflix. How was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good. I really liked it.
Is
So,
it as spooky as it looks?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It is very creepy and gory show.
Is it like? Would you say like a slasher, or would you say like Purge level? Or are we talking like House of Cards or not House of Cards? Wow, Black Mirror or American Horror Story?
Yeah, I would go Black Mirror / American Horror Story.
Okay,
Um,
I've only watched one season of American Horror Story, and I really enjoyed it. I just have never sat down to watch any of the other ones.
really?
Yeah, it was the hotel with Lady Gaga.
Oh, okay, so yeah, season like
Oh,
4.
yeah.
I really liked
Yeah, I
that
think
one.
it was like 4 or 5.
That was a fucking ride right there, all the way from the start to finish. That was something.
Yeah.
So-
A lot of people like season 3. They always say is their favorite.
Is that the clown one? I heard a lot about the clown one, and
No.
I'm not in on that.
No, that's
Fuck
like
clowns.
later, like season 7.
Fuck clowns, dude. I'm out.
Fuck clowns.
Sign me out.
No,
Coven or
the
something?
season 3 is the Coven with the witches.
Oh, okay.
That's like
That's
most
why.
people's favorite.
That's why.
Yeah.
I'm on that side of TikTok too, so it's okay. I see all of that.
Yeah, season 1's like the house. Season 2's the asylum.
Asylum.
Crazy.
Season 2 is my favorite so far.
Yeah,
So, quick question.
Yeah,
Quick question there,
after
Aaron.
Roanoke.
I think the only Black Mirror I've seen is the one I think you showed me, Aaron. It was the gamer one where he went to test that game.
Oh yeah. That's a good
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
I think that's the only Black Mirror I've watched too.
Really?
Yeah.
Black Mirror is so good.
Yeah, you're missing that. It's probably pretty interesting episodes.
What were you saying,
What are
Brandon?
what were you gonna ask, Brendan?
That okay? So that kind of diving in there. So why do you like watching like horror movies? Is that something that you always watched since growing up?
No, actually, I was
Big
little
pussy.
bit. Yeah, when I was younger, I was a real big pussy. Like to the point that Edward Scissorhands, I watched it when I was a little kid, and it gave me nightmares.
Heaven forbid you watch
then-
Beetlejuice.
So you used to be
Well, I watched Beetlejuice, but when I was, a little bit older, like 14, 15. I think like around 14 or 15 is when I started really enjoying horror movies.
14, 15.
But yeah, when I was younger, I was like very much scared of everything. And now the one thing that really freaks me out is aliens.
Like the movie Aliens, or like
No,
just
like-
aliens in general?
like
Just know
aliens
the
in general.
existence of alien.
I mean,
Did you ever see those YouTube videos with the freaking like alien sightings? Like I used to hate those too, but not now. But when I was younger, like those would scare me for real. I felt like whenever I saw those, I felt like those were real.
So
Like when YouTube good old days.
back in the good old days.
back when YouTube didn't have ads.
Yeah.
Back when Brandon was a young
The golden
whippersnapper.
age. A long little lad.
A young skipper.
But yeah, when I was really young, like maybe 10 or so, I watched this movie / documentary with my brother about a family in Thanksgiving, and they're filming their Thanksgiving day and whatnot, their dinner, and they discover like a UFO, like out in the woods, and the aliens like start messing with them, like terrorizing them, and like their document is kind of like a found footage type film, and like they start kidnapping all of the family members one by one, and like it really messed me up to the point that I drug my mattress into my parents' room for like 3 nights in a row because I couldn't sleep.
Damn.
Yeah.
No,
Do you remember this film or what it's called? I want to watch it now.
I can look it up. I think I rewatched it a few years ago. I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I want to watch it again.
You're like, let me test if I'm still scared. You're like, oh, I'm still feeling the same way about this.
But yeah, that and the movie The Fourth Kind, like really.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're
Yep.
talking about. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Really messed me up.
Oh yeah. I just looked it up. I'm like, I'm trying to remember if I'm thinking the right thing. Yeah.
Is it the one with the owl?
The Alien Possession movie.
Looking
Yeah.
No, you know what used to really freak me out whenever I would be watching a horror movie or a scary movie.
What?
If it said based on true events. As soon as I saw that, like, I would just freak out because I'm like, shoot, like this is real. Yeah. But then I realized like maybe they just put that to scare people.
That reminds me of a movie I recently watched. I think it had Oscar Isaac in it. It's like he went missing and his wife knows that he's not missing, and like some government, because he was in like some undercover thing, and the government picked him up and was questioning him, and she came to him and she realized like, wait, this isn't the same person. This isn't my husband. And I don't remember what it was called, but it's like eventually, well, I don't want to give away the ending, but it was kind of one of those like mind game movies that ended up being like at the end just being like, what the fuck just happened?
Was it Oscar Isaac or was it Liam Neeson?
No, I'm pretty positive it was Oscar Isaac.
Because I watched one with Liam Neeson and it was like that too, and like that actually freaks me the fuck out because I'm like, what if one day like somebody, like people just forget about who you are and you're just like trying to differentiate reality with whatever the heck's going on? Like that freaks me out.
That reminds me of a Reddit story that kind of is going viral again. about a guy who I think he's like skateboarding or on his bike or something like that, and gets into an accident where he hits his head, and he spends 10 years living a not necessarily a fake life, but he lives another life where he meets this girl and gets married to her and has kids. And like he's watching the kids grow up. And one day he's in his living room and he notices a lamp. And then, there's something wrong about the lamp, and
I think I've seen the previews to this.
And he like spends months and months and months staring at this lamp, and he realizes that the lamp is fake, like upside down or something. They're like, he ends up figuring out what's wrong with the lamp. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like, oh my god, the lamp is fake. Everything is fake, and he wakes up like 10 seconds, 10 minutes after he had falling off the bike. So during like those brief moments that he had been knocked out, he spent 10 years like living a completely different life.
Severely depressed afterwards because of the loss of the family that he had.
But it's not real though,
It's not real, but it's still mental.
Yeah.
But he was a part of like the Truman Show or something.
Dude, the Truman Show, holy dude. Head of its time.
Row.
That movie was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was good. I actually watched that a few months ago, kind of recently.
Oh, by the way, the name of that movie that I was talking about is called Annihilation with Oscar. It's also got Natalie Portman.
I remember the title.
It has Natalie Portman in it too.
Oh, cool. I've never seen that, so.
I remember the title, but I don't think I've seen it.
But that movie, I was talking about the like documentary thing. It's Alien Abduction Incident in Lake County.
Huh.
You check that out then.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of the VHS. Have you seen VHS? I think the first one.
Oh yeah.
I think the last clip was the alien abduction. I'm not sure it's part 2 or not. I can't remember.
I haven't watched VHS in a long time, but
they got a new one coming out, Beetlejuice 2.
Beetlejuice is gonna be fun.
Yeah, and what's his name's going to reprise his role as Beetlejuice.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah. So that ought to be interesting.
Showtime.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I forgot her name. Rihanna Weaver, I think that's her name. She's also coming back.
Oh, Winona.
Winona, is that?
Winona
I don't know how
Ryder?
to say her name. Yes.
She was in Stranger Things.
Yes.
Yeah, Winona Ryder.
Yeah, I forget how to say her name.
Her name is so cool. Winona Ryder.
What is it?
Winona Ryder.
No. What Brandon, he said something.
Oh, her name is cool. Winona Ryder is very cool. Jenna Ortega is gonna be in that movie too.
The Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega is gonna be one of the leads.
I loved her in the show You, and then whenever she started getting big about like Wednesday and stuff like that, I was like, she deserves it. She killed it in You. She killed it in Wednesday. Yep, you go, girl. Get that bag.
Wait. She was in You?
Yeah, she was his the little girl neighbor whenever he was at the apartment.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Season 2?
Was it season 2? I think it was season 2.
I think so.
Whenever he moved to he moved because he had to get away from being the librarian. thing.
Oh, wow.
Because of all of that, and he moved, and then when he got there, he met this girl that was just sitting out, and that's Jenna Ortega.
Wow. I totally missed that.
Yeah, I think I first came across her in a Disney Channel show. I think she was in the show called Stuck in the Middle, and then it's very Disney-y, but like, just seeing her acting, it was like, oh, it's actually not a bad show. I think she'll go far. And then years later, she's like, here, she's Wednesday. Like, oh crap. But the funny thing is, I think it's kind of funny, is that Stuck in the Middle is basically she's playing as a middle child. And then I guess the first episode, she says like, if I was a day of the week, I'd be Wednesday. I was like, interesting.
That's funny.
She was also in some slasher film that wasn't very good, apparently, where she played a lesbian chick. That I don't remember.
I'm looking at her. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at her like movie credits, and she was on X, which might be that movie you're talking about. Scream.
The Saw or no? Oh no, never mind.
No,
different.
It's just X. The portrait has a chick with an axe.
Maybe.
But apparently she was in freaking Iron Man 3 and Insidious 2.
Sounds right. I think she should be in a lot of horror movies, in my opinion. Horror and slasher movies. I think she'd do great.
But Jenna Ortega in Iron Man 3, what role did she play?
I don't know. It's just, I think for me, it's the deadpan face that she somehow is able to maintain, because I wouldn't be able to maintain that. There's some of the some stuff that happens, like some things that happened on Wednesday, I can guarantee you my ass would have been laughing. Like they would have been like, all right, we need to try to get through this one. They'd be getting mad at me. Nah, she just deadpans straight through it, and I'm like, I can't. How?
That's you. That's you before you take coffee in the morning.
Well, no, my face is very expression. It has a lot of expressions right there. It says a lot of things about how I don't want to talk to you, and why are you talking to me?
Says don't fuck with Billy.
There's a lot going on my face, but not coming out of my mouth just yet. Keep it up. Those expressions will turn into words.
So there's a question right there. What age did you start the whole I have to drink coffee phase before I interact with people?
Let's see. College? I think whenever I was going to school, I mean, getting up and going to like waking up for early classes. Waking up early has always been the bane of my existence. I genuinely think that my, circadian rhythm is like 11 a.m. to like 1 a.m. Like being awake somewhere, and that's like waking up naturally around that time. Like if I don't know, like in college, my dumbass would take these classes at 8 a.m. and I get there and I'm like, I need some kind of energy, and I don't want an energy drink. So I just started making coffee, and then around that time was whenever I was working at Hollister, and I was a very scene kid. And where did we hang up where I grew up? It was at the Starbucks right beside the mall. And there it is, like a vanilla latte. I was about that basic until I learned about a vanilla toffee nut latte, where you get 4 pumps vanilla, 2 pumps toffee nut, so you can make it less sweet. And that was really good, but that was my side, because obviously the vanilla latte is my go-to. And I don't know, I would drink so much coffee that it just became my thing. And then in the mornings, I'd just start drinking coffee right off the bat to get my day started off right. And next thing I know, before coffee, when I was in high school, I get to football practice and I just sit there at my locker, like dead look in my eye, like I'm just staring off into space because I don't want to be there. It's like I'm just thinking it's too damn early. Nothing going on in my brain, no thought in my head, no edges. just smooth brain going on right now.
That's existing.
Do y'all do y'all also have a morning routine like Tony, Aaron? Do you have no?
Oh, the coffee is not my morning routine.
Get up.
My morning.
I started to have a normal routine now.
My morning routine is sit in bed, contemplating my life decisions as to what brought me to waking up this early, and then accepting my life choices, and then getting up and making coffee.
Do you have a morning routine, Brandon? I feel like you do.
This is probably something he can't really talk about on here.
What? Why go there? No,
What do you
mean? I don't because I'm
You
just so busy. Like I have to wake up to take my siblings to school, so I'm like,
oh yeah, you remember he's a taxi / bus driver / Uber driver before and after work.
But during the summer, like I feel like if I had for like a life like that with no responsibilities, I would like the summer was pretty. The summer was pretty much where I made my morning routine because we would like go walk in the morning and then I would come back home, make some coffee. Like I would even have time for like breakfast, and then I sit down at my desk and start work. But yeah, with what I got going on right now, I leave at 6. No, I leave at 7. Come back 7:55, sometimes 8:15, and yeah, I have no time to do nothing. I just get off my truck, sit down on the desk, and it's time to work. Like I don't really have time for a morning routine, but in a perfect world, if I like during the summer when I don't have responsibilities, yeah, probably would have a morning routine.
Man with a kid says he has no responsibilities. Okay, bud.
No, I just want to point out that in Brandon's perfect world, he still wakes up at the butt crack of dawn, go walking, and then go to breakfast, and then go to work.
When my alarm for the work goes off at 8 a.m., that's me rolling out of bed.
Yeah, I only had like 1 minute to like clock in. Like, yep, I think that's it.
Yeah.
9 times out of the 10, I open up the chat on my phone, and then while my computer's booting up, and then I sit down and let the computer boot up, and then go from there.
What time do you clock in,
like an update or something,
Antonio?
Well, since I started a new job, so I'm a 9 to 6 person now, so I'm trying to like we work my morning routine now.
Oh, look at you, 9 to 6, fancy over here.
Yeah.
He gets to sleep in an hour.
Just a little bit, yeah. But no, unfortunately I don't. But I still stick with my routine. I try to be healthy, so I try to eat breakfast as I guess a normal person should do. But it's still hard. But
dude,
I guess it depends on the. Go ahead.
No. I was agreeing with you. It's always been an issue. I've always wanted to be that guy that is able to eat breakfast in the morning, and I will forget about breakfast so many times versus the times that I actually sit down and eat.
Yeah, I didn't start it till like I guess this past January. I started doing that, and I kind of feel like became a habit. I'm like, oh, I didn't have my eggs this morning. I'm gonna feel like kind of shitty, or I'm gonna be very extra hungry during lunchtime. So, yeah, I think it just became a habit, and so I just have prep my coffee the night before, have it on the timer, change, come down the stairs, make my egg whites, and prep my lunch, and just eat as I can before I have to go.
You're still
to the office, and yeah.
You're still on the
fitness. Keep your office time.
Did
you get to keep your lunchtime? You're like, I eat
I still get lunchtime. Yeah.
No, I eat it this time for lunch.
At 1 p.m. It has to be 1 p.m.
Yeah. I was actually kind of worried about that, but no, we're kind of a bit salary based, so it's the same as the previous company. So yeah, they kind of like, you can go to lunch whenever you want. So okay, cool. I'll stick to 1 o'clock, like my usual time.
You still go to Target.
Target.
He'll make Target runs.
Nah, there's not one nearby.
That's too bad.
No, you know what was fun before the pandemic was Brandon and I would every now and then take lunch and go to Walmart at like 2 or 3 in the morning to get our lunch from Walmart, and just like, I don't know, Walmart in the middle of the night when it was empty, it was so much fun.
Oh yeah, dude. That's something me and one of my best friends used to do back in the day. Just random Walmart trips at like 2 a.m. It was like, this is it right here. Now Walmart's open past 11 p.m. and it's like, God dang it! My favorite time to go to Walmart is at like 2 a.m. That's whenever I want to go because nobody's there.
I don't think I remember doing that since high school. Like it was like open 24 hours, and what are you doing Saturday? Oh, nothing. Just go to Walmart. Like, all right, let's
go. Well, y'all can always go to Winco. Winco's open 24 hours.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've got one right by my house.
It's not Walmart though.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, because Walmart has a lot more cool things.
Okay, but
you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. It is an option to go 24 hours, but it's not Wally World.
I went to Winco a little bit ago, like in the middle of the night.
Which is your afternoon.
Yeah. And they only had like one register open. Because they don't let you do self-checkout.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but dude, I was in that line for like 20 minutes.
God dang. All right. Speaking of morning routines, let's go back to that, Aaron. What is your evening routine, I guess?
He sits on the toilet, the toilet for an hour.
I can't feel my feet when I go poop.
I'm not you, Brandon. I don't spend the first 2 hours of my shift on the toilet. No, I wake up like around between 3 and 5, depending on how late I went to bed or how tired I am.
That's PM.
Yeah, 3 to 5 p.m. And then my girlfriend comes over, usually like around 5 or 6, depending on how late she works. We make dinner.
So you don't have to go in detail on that part.
He said,
"No, we make dinner. We watch an episode or two of whatever show we're watching, and then by that time it's like around 9 o'clock. So she heads out, and then sometimes I take a nap before I clock in. Sometimes I just stay awake, and then clock in at 10.
What show y'all watching right now?
Right now we don't have a show. We just finished a bunch of shows that we were wanting to watch.
They just open Netflix and then forget about the Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were watching Breaking Bad. We were watching House of Usher. We watched Schitt's Creek. Sure, a few episodes of Black Mirror. We watched like the last season of Black Mirror, and then I like played a couple of like episodes that I knew were that I really liked. But yeah, right now we don't really have a show that
you should check out that show I was telling you about the other day.
Yeah, I was going to.
Man, it's pretty good. I think I'm like 6 or 7 episodes into it, almost done with what's currently out. It is really good. It's I think it's on HBO.
Yeah, it's on HBO. We were gonna watch it, and then the app, like the HBO app, wasn't streaming the show right. It was like hella pixelated.
Oh.
So we just hopped on watching Black Mirror.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I think it was just the TV that wasn't like downloading it properly.
Internet. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you hate it. What about you, Tony? What you watching? You and the lady. Nothing. All right.
What about you, Brandon?
Oh, sorry.
He watches paint dry. What do you mean?
I already finished Ted Lasso, so my life is pretty okay right now. I don't like getting emotionally involved in new shows.
He watches one show every like 3 months. He's got
yeah.
a list that's like a novel in length, but he only watches one show every 3 months.
Bro, because I see it watching the show. I see it like a freaking relationship. Like I cannot be okay watching one show and then another one like at the same time. Like I feel like I'm cheating.
What?
Like I have to finish. I have to finish that one show.
Oh my
So I finished
dude.
Ted Lasso. I tried so hard because I actually had to like set time apart for that, but I finally finished it, and I'm so glad I did because, yeah, I don't have no self control. Oh no, what's it called? Like push myself to watch it. Yeah. But
yeah. You definitely need to pick up another show. Because you just said you finished Ted Lasso, so it's time to get a new one.
Yeah, you know what I started.
Done.
You know what I started watching? Just a little bit. It's called The Last Thing He Told Me. It's on Apple TV. But it caught my eye a little bit because it's talking about like like corporate stuff, and the guy is like doing shady stuff, and I don't know where like the FBI gets here and takes the guy. And then the girl's like, the main lady, she's Electra. She was the actress that
Jennifer Garden.
Yeah, her. So that's kind of the reason I'm watching it too, because.
Okay, dude.
But yeah, she's like completely lost. Like she doesn't know what's going on. So I kind of like those movies that they're trying to figure stuff out. Like what?
There's a movie or there's a show on Apple TV as well that I'm kind of getting through the second season of. It's called Foundation. That show is a show that if you're gonna watch it, you've got to kind of pay attention because some shit happens, and then later on, because something tiny happened over here, this happens over here. Like it's a lot of like, oh shit. That is this guy or that's this. Yeah, it's pretty sci-fi if you like sci-fi stuff, but Foundation, pretty damn good. But Tony, what are you and the lady watching?
Yeah, sorry. I think I just had my mic on when I was talking. Like blah 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 blah. Like all right, nothing. Like oh wait.
I was like,
yeah, we're just like alternating between two shows. So she finished watching Lucifer, and I've never seen it, so I'm kind of watching it from the beginning.
I like that.
And yeah, it's actually not bad. I was like, oh, this is a pretty good show. I thought it was kind of cheesy. Like, why would a devil want to go to Los Angeles? I thought he would go to Las Vegas or something, but I don't know.
Well,
I was watching it like, oh, okay, makes sense. Well, I don't know. I'm not there yet, so we'll see. And we're watching a docuseries called Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix.
Hold on, was it called?
It's like Anthony, Somebody Feed Phil.
Okay.
It's like an Anthony Bourdain. He's like a Jewish guy. He's just growing up to eating like bland food, but he wanted to like explore foods around the world, so he just travels around, and he just like get some bomb ass food. And I just saw an episode in Mexico. He was like experienced tacos and how the tortillas are made from scratch, and he was just like mind blown. It's like, oh my god, it's so delicious. And yeah, he just travels around the world. And I saw the last episode when he's in Philadelphia. I'm like, oh my god, the food there.
Philly cheesesteaks.
I just want to go there. Hell yeah.
Gotta get the Phillies from the place that they are named after, man.
Yeah, I haven't had a good Philly cheesesteak that I completely said like this is amazing. I
feel like the only Philly cheesesteak you ever had was the one that when you used to work at Subway.
Why you gotta put me out there?
He got him, dude. Jeez.
Bro, he knows that like I haven't tried a lot of stuff like
motherfucker eat fresh looking ass over here.
No,
bro, I was sorry, this is like completely unrelated, but I was at Marshall's with my girlfriend, and she was trying Stefan, and I don't know what possessed me to look like straight down, and I found a coupon for a free Jersey Mike's sub just on the floor.
Oh, so the upgrade from Subway. All right, nice. It's a
Are you guys
Chipotle steak.
Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike kind of people
I'm Jersey
or
Mike's.
Subway?
Jersey
Man.
Mike's, bro. Whew.
Jimmy John's let me down the last time I went.
Mike's way.
I've never had Jersey Mike's. I haven't had Jimmy John's in a very long time. The last time I had Jimmy John's, it wasn't all that great.
Bro.
So
Chipotle chicken, Chipotle Philly cheesesteak at Jersey Mike's, dude. So delicious, or you just get anything else Mike's way.
I had Firehouse subs not too long ago.
Oh, they're pretty
That's
bomb.
pretty good. Yeah.
They have a was it a brisket sub that is bomb.
The Firehouse sub is like all like hot sandwiches, right, or warm sandwiches?
Yeah, they're all. I think you can get them cold, but I want to say they're all warm. Yeah.
No, have you ever been to Potbelly?
Yeah.
No.
I
Pretty
I
good.
have by accident actually.
I really wait. What? You had a what?
Whoops! Look like we're
Yeah,
at
we're
Deli's. I thought this was Jason Deli.
Yeah, it was like during my lunchtime, and I just wanted we were doing some errands with me and my fiance, and like, oh, let's go to Corner Bakery and get some food. So we go to the drive-through, and like no one's answering our food. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, don't ignore us. So we just go through the front. We didn't realize it was closed. Like the whole building's shut down. Everything was all empty. Like, oh, great. I only got like a few minutes before I clock in, and Potbelly's was right there. Like, well, never been. I guess I'll go and get a sandwich or something.
Roll the dice.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I won't say it was like the biggest thing, but I was already craving some other things from Corner Bakery. They kind of get rid of couldn't get the craving satisfied. So I'm like,
That's the
I may
worst.
try it again.
That's the worst. Like whenever you're craving something, like a good example. It's Sunday. Oh, what's the one thing anybody starts craving on Sunday, dude? Fucking Jesus chicken. Jesus chicken catches you, and you're just like, oh god, it's closed. Give me Chick-fil-A.
Jesus chicken.
I got a coupon.
And then anything else that day that you get in place of Jesus chicken, you're just like, I could have had Chick-fil-A. If it
You
wasn't
go like Golden Chick,
yeah, you could go
KFC.
Chicken E. Like, don't get me wrong, Chicken E's spicy tendies, those are bomb.
Where?
Chicken Express, dude. Chicken E.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking
I
about?
haven't had Chicken Express in a long
Dude,
time.
they're the spicy tendies. You
Okay.
get those spicy tendies from Chicken E. Woo, boy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, are y'all Golden Chick or Chicken Express people?
Chicken E.
It depends. If I'm getting, well, I've never had Chicken Express, like the actual fried chicken. I've only ever had their chicken tenders.
Oh wait, are we talking for fried chicken, or are we just talking tendies, dude?
I was
'Cause
talking tenders.
I was like, I'm probably getting tendies from either place.
Yeah, I would go with Chicken Express.
Yeah, especially spicy tendies, dude. all
Yeah.
day.
But if I get to pick any chicken tenders, then Popeyes.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Love that chicken for Popeyes, bro.
I
You're
got-
on that.
I got Popeyes tenders the other day, and they were not that good. So.
Finger looking good, man.
Their Popeyes so good.
But the chicken church is the winner for me, and I like the chicken from
Hell
Church's.
no. It's not. Church's is not the winner.
With
It's
the
Williams chicken, dude. That thing.
Williams chicken, yeah.
y'all sleeping on some Williams chicken, bro. You can if that
Damn, I haven't had a
doesn't
Williams chicken in a while.
if that doesn't say something about my taste in chicken, I don't know what does.
I've never
I have to go to
had
the hood for
Williams.
that.
Yeah, I know. I don't give a fuck.
I
If
seen
I know
them.
chicken, I know chicken. I'm going to Williams straight up. Ain't no KFC unless I'm in Japan. Ain't no Churches. Ain't no Golden Chick. If I'm getting fried chicken, I'm going to Williams.
Oh, you know where been wanting to go? It's called
Probably KFC.
Jollibee.
Oh, Jollibee?
Yeah, their chicken looks pretty good, but I haven't been there, so I don't know.
I've heard good things about that chicken too.
Yeah.
I haven't had it, but I've heard some good things. Well, I don't know. Well,
Yeah, I just heard
skeptic.
so they just opened up a new location here, but it hasn't been open, so I haven't really tried it yet. I think they're opening up a Dave's Chicken too.
Uh-oh.
Dude, you know what I wish they had in my area is Dillas.
I don't think I've had that or heard of it.
It's a quesadilla restaurant, and they're so good, dude. You can build your own.
Yeah, I do that at home. It's pretty much a struggle quesadilla. It's just cheese and tortillas.
Yeah. But dude, so I think all the locations are in like north-ish Dallas.
So kind of near me.
It is. I think you would be really close to one, but dude,
what's it called again? Quesadilla
Dillas.
or Dilla?
No, Dilla. Yeah, Dillas.
Oh, there's one. Okay, yeah, there's one pretty decently close by the office, actually.
Yeah, I see that. But yeah,
It's
if
11 minutes from me.
Yeah, if you ever want like a
close.
really good quesadilla, dude, definitely recommend it.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm getting out of the place, there's a few places that I'm going, and if I'm leaving my apartment, it's usually to one of the Korean restaurants. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a place from when I lived in Roanoke area. There was a place over there called K-pop Burger. Those burgers were fucking bomb, but they had these kimchi chili cheese wedges. Oh, those were it, and I wish I could have those again. Like, goodness, the kimchi chili. Yeah, well, it was a mixture, but either getting the kimchi chili cheese wedges or getting food from Namu. I've told you guys about this place. They give you an entire ass to go box, and I'm talking about the 3 like placement control to go box where it's like the main and 2 sides, but this bitch is full. Like they have to tape it shut full.
Damn.
Yeah, and whoo, boy, it's worth every penny. So I think it's over there near you, Tony, in your area. I'm pretty sure it's in NRH or something over there. If you see Namu,
I want to try it out.
It's Namu. Namoo.
Name sounds familiar.
Have y'all tried the
Korean bowl?
The Korean corn dogs?
Yeah, I've seen that
once.
Okay, dogs.
Yeah,
I haven't tried. I've seen them, but I haven't tried them yet.
Were they good, Aaron?
Yes, but after talking with one of our coworkers who is Asian, he told me that I can't remember the name of the stand where I got it from. I think OK Dog, I think is what it was called. He said that that's like the worst place that you can get the Korean dogs from. So
there's a place near me that I have been wanting to try. It's Korean street foods. It sounds, I'm down. Like it's one of those. It sounds like a place that I need to check out.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's it's over where we like to go get K barbecue.
Yeah.
It's right, like literally, like right around the corner from that. It's
right
like
by,
in
right?
the same. Yeah, it's in the same. It's on like the same building. Like it's on the other, just behind it.
There's a Vietnamese street food restaurant that is like it's preparing to open like around the corner from where I live, and I cannot wait for that to open.
That made me think of something. What's the most creative pho place that you've seen? Like the name.
I've been to one that it was Pho K.
No, say it right. Say it right, Aaron.
It was okay.
It's
It was
fun.
like okay, but pho at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Right, so it was like okay, but with pho at the start.
No fucking duck.
No, not fucking duck.
Fucking duck.
What about you, Tony or Brandon? Have y'all had any creative pho place names? Because I swear they are unruly with some of the ones that I've seen.
I think the closest one I can think of is a pho in the box. Like
Yeah,
Jack in the Box.
dude,
Like,
that was that. I know which one it is. That was my go-to when I lived over there.
It's fun.
and not just pho. I don't know. They're just coming up with them clever ass names. I'm like, wow.
There's one like I love pho.
Oh yeah, that should have been that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Asian food, so when did you Billy? Because I'm gonna ask you because you're the one who introduced me to freaking Korean barbecues and experience and
It is.
When did you start trying Korean food? Like who introduced you to that?
So the first time I went to Korean barbecue was with this girl. We were in town and I'd never had it before, and she's like, "Wait, what? You've never been?" She was from California, and we went, and she kind of showed me the ropes, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome." I was like, "So they're not just bringing us food." She goes, "No. The whole thing is you like you're supposed to drink, you're supposed to have a good time. This is where we talk and get to know each other and have a good time and talk about our day while we're both sharing a meal and cooking each other food." I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it. I like that. Let's do this." And that's just kind of I did that one time, and I was like, when I was in Roanoke, there's nothing over there. But whenever I moved over here, I was like, "Oh, it's everywhere. I get to try it again. Let's go." So I don't ever go by myself. It's not one of those like things that you'd want to go and do it by yourself. You'd be like, "All right, what you and you, what y'all busy tonight? You want to go? Okay, barbecue. Let's do it." And the best thing about it is it's not expensive. For the amount of food you can consume in those 2 hours, it's not expensive at all. I mean, you can get fucking full, boy.
If you're trying to bulk up, that's the place to go.
For real, dude. It's just nothing but protein. Protein and rice. Give me that starch. Come on, protein and rice.
Bro, how
Like
sad.
Goku just like, give me more food.
Brandon, how sad was your life before you met any of us? Because I don't think you ever had pho before until I took you
Never had
for pho the first time.
hot pot.
You never had hot pot. You never had hookah, or now you're telling us you never had Korean Cape barbecue before.
Goodness.
I did not say that. Okay, I didn't say that with Korean barbecue. I said Billy introduced me to the experience of it, but I already been with my wife to eat Korean barbecue before. But once I went with Billy, I was like, "Oh, okay, so this is how you do it."
It's a thing. That's the whole thing is a thing.
Yeah, but
I enjoy that.
Aaron
to me,
did
I think
introduce me to pho though.
I say, you mentioning hookah that night, whenever after what was it, a holiday party that we had, where we just went over to the hookah place near the office.
Oh yeah.
And Herman was tripping. He was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Don't worry, I've got the emails up and my laptop ready." So I'm like, "I've got it." And then he eventually left the office. I still remember that night because it was literally, wasn't it like 2 streets over from the office?
Yeah, it was literally down the street.
Like it was over there by the McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I think it was behind, like, in that parking lot behind the building behind McDonald's. So yeah.
Yeah, I still remember that night. And what was it? They had some belly dancer in there.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember. I was just like, no, I'm good. Go away. I'll pass. Not this time. Not me.
Like, no, I'm on a clock right now. I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
Yeah, right. I can't. Nope. So Brandon, what other things were you introduced to since you've known us?
Life,
Buffet, right?
a good
Depression.
time. Hobby.
What? Hold on, wait, what?
Depression. No, I'm just saying. No.
Uh-huh.
What else have I tried? So hookah, yeah, I learned that from Aaron. Like freaking good habits that she's showing me. And then
Such a good role model.
I'm showing him food, and Aaron's showing him fucking tobacco.
Aaron,
I showed him food too. I showed him pho.
you showed me pho,
Fair.
and then also remember you took us to that Mediterranean place with kebabs. Like I've never been there. You're the
Fucking
one
good, dude.
who took me there. But
What
Oh,
was it? That place that I first met you at?
yeah,
I think that that was the first time that y'all met each other.
Yeah, I show up and y'all are taking fucking Jaeger shots.
Yeah, because they were selling for like $1 or $2 a shot.
God. Yeah, there's a
Hey,
reason.
it's not like a deal to me.
There's a reason. Nobody drinks
Yeah.
Jaeger.
Okay, were you gonna pass on $1 shot?
I took one with you guys. I've had my fair share of Jaeger bombs, adios motherfuckers, liquid marijuanas. Like I've had my share of alcoholic beverages. Though I will say, if I was to go out and I saw on the menu that they had a liquid marijuana, I'd probably get that bitch too.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's like 6 different kinds of liquor. You know what you know what
Yeah.
an adios motherfucker is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it's a little bit tamer than that.
It's like I won't say a trash drink, but like it's like a lot of liquor and then
Yeah, like
try to make it look green and then like a pinch of dry ice on it.
You know trash can punch? Like where you basically just mix a bunch of shit.
Everything together.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, but it works.
Have you ever tried those drinks that nobody gets anymore? They're like either red, blue, and then I can't remember the name of them, but
Hypnotic?
No, Hypnotic. I guess you could still say it's like a little expensive, but they're like the ones at random grocery stores. Like it's not MD.
I would say.
Or like a coolers?
Yeah, like coolers, I think.
Oh, the Smirnoffs? Or the wine coolers?
Yeah, I think he's talking about a wine cooler.
Yeah, but wine coolers can be a lot of different things.
Dude, no, I'm telling you right now, Mad Dog 2020 was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah. Mix that with Four Locos.
Dude, Mad Dog 2020 sneakily gets you drunk, you feel great, and then the next morning it is the worst day of your life. Like, hands down, no matter what, you'll get drunk really fast and really cheap from Mad Dog 2020, and it'll taste delicious, but god dang it, the next day, oh, this is the worst hangover of my entire life. By the way, Aaron, I posted that.
I saw.
Yeah.
I saw the ingredients. That is one half a drink.
Yeah.
I think for me so far experience is wine hangovers. I think those are pretty bad too.
I don't really get hangovers from wine myself. Like, so when I first took over the role that I currently have, it was rough. And I'm telling you, at the beginning of the year, it was rough. So what did I do? I went and bought a box of wine, which, mind you, is 4 bottles of wine. I went through that in like 3 days. And yeah, but I got everything done. God, but I was stressed.
I've never drank enough wine to like get a hangover from it.
I won't lie.
Yeah, it takes a couple bottles for me. So, but when it does happen, it kind of lingers for a long time.
I won't lie. I kind of got a little tipsy at my little Friendsgiving that I recently went to. They popped open a couple of bottles, and I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't really drank since before I was on the night shift. Like, I'll have a drink here and there, but no, before I worked here or was even on overnight shifts, if I went out, I was going out. Or if we were hanging out, I was getting lit. Like I don't know if y'all know about the square in Denton. There was a few nights that I went there and I should not have drove home. I should not have drove home. Luckily for me, the trip home was like 5 minutes from the square in a straight line. So I don't get me wrong, I'm ashamed to say that I drove home on those nights, but hey, I definitely should not have drove home, and my tabs were entirely too expensive. I think the most recent one though was whenever something happened at work whenever I was working at not we're here, but the one before I met Aaron. When I was working there, me and my friend Michael went out for sushi, right? I don't know what came popped over into my head. I was feeling good, feeling confident. And I was like, "Fuck it, let's go get some sushi." And he was in. We went and got some sushi. And I was like, "Oh, dude, we're drinking too." He's like, "I'm fucking in." So I'm like, giving me sake. We started to bring we got multiple flavors of sake, and we just throwing them back. I don't know how many we went through, but I do know that my tab was in the triple digits before when I left there. So my tab was in the triple digits, and I got our waitress's number. So
nice.
So
nice, like a good night.
I didn't have to drive. He probably shouldn't have drove either, but I don't know where he was at. I wasn't keeping up with him because I was barely keeping up with me, but I was having a good time. So that was also whenever I had like 2 other roommates. Like, I don't know if y'all experienced what it's like to split rent 3 ways, but you have a little bit more money to go and do things at those moments. Yeah, you have to deal with a couple of people in the house at all times, or you're the one that, or if you don't feel like you have to deal with a couple of people, you're the one that's being dealt with. Yeah, that shit. That's the worst one right there. That one is the worst one.
That's what I was talking about. Like, have you tried those MD ones?
That's Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
Yeah.
That is the worst one, dude.
Bro, you need to start using acronyms with me, because remember I showed you that TikTok?
What do you mean acronyms?
EOD, like the end of December.
Okay, dude, end of day. You know it's end of day. Chill. Yeah. Chill out.
What do you mean? That's what MD stands for. It's Mad Dog.
No, I will say in that EOD one, whenever he said that other chick that was in the call told him and her disconnecting, I about lost it right then and there. I'm like, yeah, that would have been me, and that would have been my 2 bosses that are still sitting there dumbfounded at the person that I told that EOD meant end of December because I was trolling, and they actually believed me. I'm like, yep, nope. Did not.
No,
nope.
No, what bothers me is when Brandon refers to overnight as OT. OT is overtime.
Yeah, that's overtime.
So how would overtime. So what's the acronym for overnight team then?
ON.
Yeah,
that's nah. Overnight team. That's OT. Overnight team.
No. That would be ONT.
That's overtime.
OT is overtime. It's always overtime. And you're like, hey, you getting OT this week? I'm getting OT. That doesn't mean I'm getting overnight.
We don't even
means
get
I'm
OT,
getting overtime.
so it doesn't apply to us.
Still OT. So if you were just to be like, hey, he's with OT, it's out of context. People are like, I'm sorry, what? No, he's an overnight or ON, or if you really want to throw team in the acronym ONT.
Yeah, just hating.
Or just say the word overnight.
Oh, no, you know how I know you're wrong? 1,000%. It's because not only do you refer to overnight as OT, instead of saying rock, paper, scissors, you say paper scissors.
Yeah. Oh, what kind of degenerate are you?
You're just hating because that's how I say it. That's how.
It's okay. It's okay, Brandon. It's okay to be wrong. You just have to accept it.
What is wrong with saying paper, scissors, rock? Like,
because it's rock, paper, scissors.
Who
Dude,
decided
hold on,
that?
Hold on, wait. Whenever you're doing the intro where you go, you like, do you show paper, rock, then scissors?
I don't show anything. I just keep my, like the fist.
Well, I mean, the reason why it's rock, paper, scissors is your hand starts out as rock. So rock, paper, scissors.
I guess. What if you do it backwards?
Dang.
Then you're clapping.
No.
You clap.
Yeah, I had the same debate with my fiance about this. Like, is it rock, paper, scissors or paper, scissors, rock? I was like, no, it's rock, paper, scissors.
It's rock, paper, scissors.
How about
what
this?
You mean?
I don't know if any of y'all do this, but I know somebody who does. Do y'all eat cereal?
Yeah.
Milk before the cereal or milk after?
After.
Cereal first and then milk.
No, see, Brandon's just wanting to be different.
Well, no. He said the same thing. He just wanted to say it in a different way, so it sounds confusing. It's after. He chose after. I know somebody that does it the other way.
Who? Psycho? Who?
I won't say any names, but she knows who she is. And
female.
Oh, that changes.
It's one of those. Really? What? But to be fair, she doesn't like milk, so she'd rather just eat the cereal dry than. But I'm like,
I was about to say, like,
if you put it in the bowl to eat it dry, just throw a little dab of milk on top, and guess what you got? Cereal the right way.
No, I used to have a friend when I was a little kid. He was my neighbor, and he did not like to eat his cereal with milk. So what he would do is he would get a bowl of cereal, right? Like fill the bowl all the way with dry cereal, and then a glass of milk. And so he would take a bite of the, like a spoonful of cereal, and then drink a little bit of the milk, and that's how he would eat his cereal.
You know that phrase, work harder, or work smarter, not harder? He just doesn't like that. He's like, you know what? Nah. I know there's an easier way to do this, but fuck that. I'm used to this way, and I like it this way. Like, that's just a harder version of eating cereal. It's literally...
I think they have a bowl
Good.
designed for that. Like, they have the milk separate and the cereal separately, and you just scoop down how much cereal you want.
Have you seen those bowls that have the straw attached to it?
Yeah.
So that you can drink your milk like that?
No. I know which bowls you're talking about, but last year I discovered this like a thermos type thing, right? Like this really big cup where you fill it up with milk, and then at the top you can fill it up with cereal. It's like a separate compartment, and then when you take a drink out of the milk, it lets in the cereal, and so you can like have your cereal on the go, and you kind of like just gulp it.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say that it treats the cereal like a filter for your milk, so that you can get that after cereal flavor milk. Because I'm like, sign me up. I'm putting cocoa pebbles in the top part. I'm getting it, dude.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Brown chocolate. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that one. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking cereal filter. I'm in. Dude, $1 million idea right there. Cereal filter. You don't have to give me the cereal. Just put it in that deal and filter the milk through it. Let's get it.
Okay, so favorite cereal. What's your favorite cereal?
Man, so
Hey, I gotta think about this one.
when I was
Really?
like now favorite cereal now or like because
Sure. Let's go with now.
because my favorite cereal now is like Old Man Choice, I guess. It's
Raisin Bran.
no, well,
Favorite
dude,
cereal.
I fuck with Raisin Bran, but it's not.
Not
That's
the
not
one.
it. That's not it. It's like the clusters, like almond and clusters of like oats and shit.
Oh,
I can't.
Oh, Honey
Yeah.
Bunches of Oats.
Yes, dude, I fuck with that. But when I was younger, it was like Captain Crunch and honeycombs, dude.
Captain Crunch. Okay.
Chill out. That's like cereal infused. That's like cereal infusing the milk, dude. That reminds me of the stuff we used to
Well,
set up at the hotel,
Yeah,
Aaron.
it's like those infused water.
Well,
Just like you put
yes,
cereal
dude.
in there.
Yeah.
You're
It
infusing
kinda
the
is,
milk with
but-
cereal right there.
Yeah, it's two separate
Gonna be all
compartments. so
soggy
it's
in the
not
middle.
It's not really- it's a separate compartment, so it doesn't really get soggy. But you get like your bite of cereal, and you get to
You're
drink
not
your milk
infused.
at the same time.
It's not the same. It's close. But I want to
Yeah,
infuse my
yeah.
milk.
I never said it.
I want to infuse my milk with cereal at this point.
Well, then just get a bowl of cereal and let it soak for a little bit, and then drink it.
Well, that's a waste.
It's like
you gotta eat
overnight
the
oats.
cereal. You got to eat the cereal after that. All right, so I've got mine in. What about y'all? What's your favorite cereals?
Mine has always been Frosted Flakes.
Okay,
Yeah,
solid,
fair.
easy go to. Should we do like top, or should we do like a top three? Because it's kind of tough to be like, I like this one, but I don't know if it's like my favorite one to go to. Should we do like a top three of these?
Man, I've always had like those really bad cereals because it's Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, and the ones for like little cookies.
Oh, Cookie Crisps.
Tell
Like
me
cookies?
it's fucking Teddy Grahams or some shit.
I don't know.
They're called
Or
Cookie
Lucky
Crisp.
Charms or something.
That's the name, Cookie Crisp.
Oh, is that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, those have been my favorites.
Aaron's the
My
basic
whole-
bitch of cereals. All right, got it.
Wow. Okay. So the guy eating Captain Crunch.
Bro, you're gonna hate on the captain? Come on. It wasn't even in your top three.
I never had Captain Crunch as a kid, so
What? No,
My-
so Captain Crunch was great, but I think it was the Reese's Pieces Puffs, like the peanut butter crunch, or whatever Captain Crunch did. Oh, that one was the bomb. That was like the beginning of my love for peanut butter right there.
see, I had. I don't want to say. Well, my parents were quite strict, so they would get like the healthy cereal, like Cheerios, Honey Bunches of Oats,
Corn Flakes.
Raisin
okay.
Bran.
Cannot,
Yeah,
cannot
but they would
relate.
get us like one box of like
Special.
Frosted Flakes or like a sugary cereal. But once we were out of that, they wouldn't get it for us for like another month.
Oh,
So
Bro,
Yeah.
did you ever
Yeah,
have?
cannot
did
relate.
you ever get cornflakes and then like add sugar to them?
no,
No.
but whenever I had
Huh.
cornflakes, I would put a banana, like slice of banana, and put it on top.
That
Yeah.
would hit.
God dang. Alright.
I did that with sugar too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't relate. My parents were the opposite of that. They wanted to allow me to get whatever I wanted so that I never went behind their back to get it anyway, because they knew that if I tell you no, it's just going to make you want to do it more. And I'm like, how do you know that? They're like, because that's what happened to me. So I had pretty much access to anything that I wanted access to, but I didn't take advantage of any of it because, I mean, what's like for a kid, what kind of fun is that anymore? Like I could do it. I could. All I have to do is ask for it. Okay, that's kind of lame.
Nice.
But
You're like, I don't want it anymore.
yeah, right. You took the fun out of it. God, I don't even need to sneak girls in. I don't need to sneak out. Like, what am I doing? I just got to tell them what I'm going. And literally, my dad's response is, "Make sure you take protection." And that could mean multitude of things, but it was usually one. It was usually making sure that I had a condom with me.
Not a 45 or a 9mm.
You know, we had guns. We're in Texas, but no, it was 9 times 8. It was 9 times out of 10. Make sure that I have a condom on me before I left. Whenever I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go out and see some," he's like, "You got protection?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, have fun. Just make sure you let me know. Let me know if you're like. Make sure you let me know that you're coming home tonight, and if you're not, make sure you let me know about that. Outside of that, be careful. Have fun.
You sure it wasn't
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
It wasn't a picture of Jesus Christ that he meant in your pocket, or Memo Ochoa.
He believed in Jesus Christ, but he also believed that you didn't need to go somewhere and pay tithes to have something to believe in. He found his hope and his faith in that, and that never found its way to me. So,
well, you and I had such different, like, growing up.
Yes and no. Like, mine kind of. Well, so when I say my parents, I mean my dad, because my mom was in prison pretty much the entirety of my life. Still there, by the way. So I didn't have that half of my life, and then by the time I was 16, I didn't have either. So yeah, so it just kind of turned into I got all the things that I wanted. I had all the access to do anything I wanted, and then whenever I hit 16, that really quiet and shy person that I was in school and whatnot, it disappeared. I don't know where that person went, because I became a deviant. Let's just say that. And going from having those things, because you probably, I don't know where yours like turned into what it is, but yeah, my raising was different kind of strict.
Well, see, mine was we're gonna guilt trip you into not, like, never leaving the house.
You got mentally abused. I got physically abused.
Well, I mean, there was a little, physical abuse before we moved to the States, but like in the States, they switched to that
mental
guilt tripping, yeah. See, and then on top of that, you can sprinkle a little of the religious trauma until Lord. I stopped going to church, like around 20-ish, 21. Yeah. But yeah, fun times,
Yeah, see, my physical abuse was up until I no longer had anybody to be physical, and then it just became absolute mental abusive for me, because I was alone in a world that I was not ready to be alone in. And yeah, that's where my mental took a very, very quick dive, and I developed anxiety because my untreated ADHD was still untreated and unnoticed somehow.
Hey, well, if you had been in my household, my parents brought a priest to perform an exorcism on me when they found out I was depressed.
Tell me you played along.
No.
I've seen this movie. I can act this out.
And Brendan's gonna see this like based on a true story. Like, oh, I'm scared.
Aaron learns how to twist his head around.
No.
That's where me and Aaron learned how to, use
Aaron's
jokes
over-
to deal with our trauma. We just made fun of it instead.
Aaron's over here, in his emo face, and his parents bringing the Exorcist priest.
Tonight is that.
I just want you guys to know how that getting an exorcist is not that simple in the Catholic Church.
Just
It's
throwing water at you and reading from
no.
scripture.
This is like you
Change you up.
like,
They gather
They went through like a lot of parachment just to get one or something.
they gather
Yeah,
weeks of
yeah,
data. He listens to emo music all night.
Who's the one that did the exorcism? Was it Constantine or something?
The power of Christ compels you. Did y'all know that we're getting a second Constantine?
yeah.
It's back in because they paused the filming of it, but it's back now.
With Keanu Reeves of all people.
Yup. I mean, of all people.
I gotta be
Bill and Ted.
I gotta be right back.
Okay. So Tony, what are your top 3 cereals? Let's get off of the espresso and get to the cereals.
Depressing depresso. No, is it depressing espresso?
Espresso depresso.
Eso depresso. I was a big fan of Cocoa Puffs back in the day, but I feel like the ingredients change. I don't know. It just it just doesn't hit the same anymore.
That reminds me, y'all have seen like the theory of Trix, right? How back in the day they were shapes of fruits, and now they're just not. That's because we're grown ass adults and Trix are for kids.
It could be it, or a Mandela effect. I don't know.
Nah. Trix doesn't say that they never had them as fruit shapes. Just like how what's his name says that he was never Shazam and many of these other things. Like,
no, it's real.
I don't know about the Shazam. I watched the Shaquille O'Neal Kazam, and I never watched Sinbad stuff. Only thing I think I ever watched Sinbad in was what was it? Blank Check? Was that the name of it? The kid that got a blank check for things, and he got like millions of dollars, and he just used it to buy like crazy amounts of things.
Yeah, and he was just like the side character. He wasn't even the main character.
Yeah, and the kid at the end got the girl though.
Yeah,
got the girl. I remember that. Dude,
she was a big old pedo.
True. I would say like movies then, in my opinion, are like, I don't know, like thinking about some of the movies I've seen now. I know like a lot of the things with a lot of movies now is because it's not original. It's just a remake of this movie. Well, there's a reason why they're remaking it. But like, if they ever touch, and I mean ever touch Homeward Bound, come on. You can't, that's like a timeless classic. You can't touch that one, dude. Shadow? Kidding me? Y'all have ever seen Homeward Bound? Am I alone in Homeward Bound?
No.
Okay.
It's a great movie. I don't know how they would remake that. That would be crazy.
That's not possible. You can't remake that movie. Like no.
It's just not gonna hit the same anymore.
No, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to look.
Shadow and
Chance. Hold on. Wait. Did I just hear you come to the realization that you didn't know that movie? Have you never seen Homeward Bound?
I didn't know it by name, but I searched it up and I saw what you're talking about now.
Hold on, wait, but that didn't answer my question. Have you seen Homeward Bound?
I'm pretty sure I have. I just don't remember it.
Dude, if you'd seen it, you would remember it.
I've never seen it.
Huh?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Homeward Bound? Oh my!
Get on Disney Plus right now and watch it.
Dude.
Are you gonna share the login?
Dude,
I don't have it anymore. I discontinued it.
I share something with you that allows you to see it, but it won't be my login. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, y'all should have seen my girlfriend's reaction when she heard I've never seen Homeward Bound.
Dude, for real? real though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, she's there too.
Yeah.
Get her in here.
she's with me.
Get
She
in.
knows what's up, dude.
Get her a mic. Mic her up.
I don't need her. I don't need y'all ganging up on me.
We already are. You haven't seen Homeward Bound. And
It's
don't-
already bad.
and
It's
don't-
already bad enough that she found out today. I've never seen Elf.
Huh? Were you not at? No, hold on. Wait. You had to have seen Elf because
No, I don't think he was there with us.
he wasn't
No,
there
I don't
that
think
year.
he was.
No, because the first year we went to the movie theater was to see what's it that
Oh,
the
it was
National
yeah,
Lampoon.
the camp, Christmas Vacation.
yeah, which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
also the very first time I had ever seen that movie.
Dude,
that
what the
time.
hell?
Yeah,
What
classic.
the hell, dude? Okay, you've never seen
Did you watch any?
Elf? Probably
No.
for me. There's good Christmas movies, but that's probably the only one that I can tolerate at this point. You know, because I'm a Halloween kind of person.
Yeah,
Yeah. Byron, did you watch any like Mexican kids movies or anything?
Me?
me.
Like, was it in Spanish to Aaron?
Oh, I was like, no.
Man, I don't think I've seen any like Mexican, like traditional Mexican movies. At least not that I can think of. I watched a lot of Mexican shows like El Chavo and like all the telenovelas that my mom would watch.
You ever seen Chapulín Colorado?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of Chapulín Colorado.
Mm-mm.
And listeners, this is my moment of checking out because I don't know what they're saying.
Come on.
Are they saying the Taco Bell menu? I don't know.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
This guy.
Well, see, that's how I feel when you guys start talking about animes.
Dude, don't even. I tried to show you so many. We even watched
I
Demon
know.
Slayer together when it first came out. Dude, no, don't even. You would be on that level. Though I am probably the only one that can actually talk anime out of all of us. Maybe Tony, a little bit of Brandon, but Brandon doesn't watch anything other than his 2 thumbs after he takes them out. Just, I can't watch another show. I'm really attached to this one.
Why
So
you,
what
why
are
you
watching? If
hating?
you're not watching shows or anime, what do you watch?
Right now,
He's watching Paint Dry. I told you. He just
Like, watching
he,
Bluey for his kid.
dude. No, he's literally sitting at his desk, and there's a can of paint like on the edge of the desk. And whenever he's like, "All right, downtime," he just opens the can dips the paintbrush in there, and then there's this one spot, dude. It's got like 17 coats on there, but he's watched it dry every time, dude. I'm telling you.
No, actually, I know what he does with his free time.
What?
He does work on his free time.
Yeah, he doesn't separate. He definitely doesn't separate the two.
It'll be like 3 a.m, and he'll be like, "I just came up with a new process," and like we'll list out the entire process.
Like you
Okay,
got
well,
to, dude. No, you have got to learn to separate.
Balance, my
Gotta
friend.
keep them
Yes, dude.
separated.
Balance in all things, especially the Force. Remember that. Because like all you're gonna do is just constantly like think about that. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have to deal with you and those stupid ass coughs that you used to have.
No, he's out here working for free.
For real though, yes.
I haven't
Like
had those
once that clock hits 4 p.m., I'm done until 8 a.m. the next day, unless it's Friday, and then it's 8 a.m. Monday. And I'm telling you, my brain turns off whenever to work or anything that has to do with work, really, unless I'm talking to you guys about something interesting. But even then, it's like I'm not like I'll make exceptions because since I'm like the Department of One, where I log in late at night because somebody can't log in or see anything on a analytics, and I help them out.
Yeah, I feel bad for that fucker.
What the hell?
But the last thing I heard before I stepped out was what was it, like espresso depresso or what the
Well, we were transitioning from the
yeah.
Yeah.
espresso.
Oh yeah, we were talking about my favorite cereals.
I was
Cool.
gonna say that would have been a good name for the podcast.
Depresso espresso.
Yeah.
Well, what about Brandon?
What?
He's not as depresso espresso as we are, and he doesn't even know what espresso is. He thinks that's coffee still.
You can be the conductor.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
another thing. Hold up, wait. Nah. It wasn't until us that this motherfucker started making and having coffee. I remember him telling me that I'm the reason he makes a pot of coffee every day now. Because I used to, when we were in the office, first thing I did when I got there was either make a cup of coffee through the espresso, or I would eventually switched over to just making an entire pot because I got tired of sitting there waiting for the coffee to finish like brewing and giving me my cup that I'm patiently waiting for. I was like, no, I'll just go pour me a cup. And then next thing I know, Brandon's pouring him a cup. I'm like, well, fuck, we got to make another pot of coffee if you're going to be in this. And next thing I know, it was like, you're the reason why I wake up and have coffee every day. So I got him on coffee. Holy.
So Brandon, that was when you first experienced coffee, or what?
I think it was coffee, like as a.
You know, I don't know why Brandon would drink coffee, because every Friday I would take his cup and just like fart on it.
Well, you got to think. This is the reason why he started drinking coffee, because he was drinking so many Monsters that this man was having issues, and it's like, come on, dude, stop drinking those.
Dang, why you gotta put me on? Let me say that. No.
Okay, go ahead. Say that.
So you pulled out the Monster card. Okay. Yeah. When I was in high school, I think it was my last year. I was a senior. So I had this chemistry class, and it was early, like 7:30 in the morning. And I feel like I vividly remember exactly when I started drinking Monsters, because I used to work at Subway, like Aaron mentioned earlier. So I would get out at 11:30 at night, almost 12 sometimes, and then have to wake up and make it to my 7 a.m. class. And that was really brutal. And the only thing that would get me going was a Monster. So every day I would drink a Monster to get that rush. But after some time, like freaking one Monster wasn't doing anything anymore. So it went to the point where I was like drinking 2 or 3 during like one day.
You used to show up to the shift with like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He used to show up at least 2, one like ready
desk.
to start the shift,
And one in the fridge.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, then so yeah, you could call that an addiction, I think, because I started doing that when I was a senior in high school. That was like 2014. So, and then when I started working with y'all, I was in year 2019? No,
2018 whenever I got there.
2018. Yeah, damn. So that was like 4 years of doing that. But I'm happy to say, I mean, I've been Monster free for 2 years. Because
is an AA meeting for Monsters right now?
No,
Hi, I'm Brandon. I've been Monster free for.
You're the one who put me out there with Monsters.
Hi, Brandon.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When Brandon said I started drinking Monster in 20, I dead ass thought he was gonna say 20 years ago.
Back in my day.
When I was 7, you mean?
But they have a Monster sugar free now, so
No. Those are the ones he showed up with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to. There wasn't the sugar free. It was zero.
Yeah.
It's sugar free.
There's a difference, I think.
Well, zero because there's zero sugar.
So why do they have now? Now they have a zero sugar now. So what is the difference between zero sugar and the other one?
I think it was just a name. Like they started as just zero for zero sugar.
Mm. Yeah.
I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
It's the nostalgia feeling. Everyone's gonna be health conscious, so they just put a zero on top.
Yeah, right.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero is pretty good, actually.
That's okay.
For people who drink sodas, yeah.
No, but
I hate that. That's the one thing I can't let go of is sodas.
When I was going to the gym a lot, a lot, I cut carbonated drinks almost out of my entire diet, and it was tough at first. I was like, water, dude, there's no flavor to it. Then after a while, I was like, okay, water tastes pretty fucking good if you get the right stuff. Or if you just dehydrate yourself to a point where it's like, dude, I need some water, and that tastes delicious. Well, I mean, the dehydration wasn't good, but after a while, now if I have a Coke or a drink that like a soda of sorts, like a Dr. Pepper, Coke, or anything like that, I don't know, it hurts my throat when I drink it.
That's what she said.
Definitely not to you.
I do want to give you guys a follow-up from last week because I know my wasp story was like the highlight of your night.
Fucking vacuum cleaner, dude.
I heard the podcast. Well, what's up with that?
What you mean? What's up with that?
Doesn't make sense.
How you chasing around wasps with a
I was
fucking
not
vacuum
chasing
cleaner?
around
Dude?
the damn wasp. Like
wait,
I just waited.
Wait, this is hypothetical. That's right. Right. This didn't really happen.
I just waited for the wasp to land, and grabbed the vacuum cleaner and sucked it up.
I bet you did.
But it wasn't a real wasp, right?
Yeah. And then in the case that it was real, it was a giant fucking wasp. That I wasn't gonna get shoot distance close to it. And I wasn't gonna whack my 85-inch TV that's hanging on by a thread with a shoe either. So yeah, I just vacuumed the wasp, and then I took the vacuum cleaner outside, and then I closed the door. I closed the door so that only my arm could fit. So I opened the latch to open the little compartment, and I took my hand inside really quick. And then I grabbed my vacuum cleaner the next day.
Our hypothetical story is pretty detailed.
So I'm gonna take this pause and to just mention real quick the Spotify for podcasters website. This is where we're hosting our podcast, and it was super easy to set it up and everything, and it's really cool because if I didn't have this, I would have wasted time making it somewhere else, because you have to host it somewhere else and then bring it over, if you want to host it on other platforms. But just want to mention that podcasters for Spotify for podcasters, pretty cool feature they have. That's what we're using to host this episode. But just wanted to plug that in real quick while I have that pause before
dude.
Aaron's laptop dies.
One thing before we end it though, did y'all get to catch the Video Game Awards last night by any chance? I know I'm probably the only gamer out of here, but
I mean, I think you're the only dedicated gamer, but I didn't.
I would know about it till 2 days later.
I didn't really see any of the awards. I know Baldur's Gate
man.
won. I've seen a little bit of gameplay for that. It looks really good.
It's so fun. It won let's see, best player community. One of the actors from it, he won. His speech kind of brought a tear to my eye. He's really, really good. He plays the character Astarion. They won, I think, 3 other world awards and Game of the Year. That's how good the game is. I would say all but 2 of the categories Baldur's Gate was up for, they won, and Alan Wake stole away those other 2. It is the first game in a very long time that when it finally fully released after being 2 years in like open beta, when it finally dropped the game, it was the most complete game that we've seen like drop. And I'm talking, it was against Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake, Resident Evil 4 remake. Like, I'm telling, it was up against some really good games. But you look at those games and you look at Baldur's Gate, not even close, dude. It's not even close. It is the most streamed and played game on Steam for 6 months. And that was whenever it's been that way still. It's the most played game on Steam. And it's coming to Xbox soon. So if you are a console player, highly suggest if you want a full-on immersive adventure that you can get into.
I still think the King Kong game should have won.
Dude, King Kong game should have won what? Game of the Year? Out of here.
Yeah.
You mentioning
It was nominated?
No, it wasn't. But speaking of King Kong, have y'all seen the previews to that King Kong Godzilla movie that is coming out?
Yeah, King Kong has like a gauntlet or something.
No, King Kong has a kid. A little baby Kong. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
No, and Godzilla is like Mecha Godzilla almost. Well, not Mecha, but he's definitely not traditional, like just fucking lizard Godzilla. He's got some.
I really want to see the other one, that -1 Godzilla.
Dude, did you know Apple TV has or is it Apple? I don't know. They have a series. There's a series. Yeah, I've been kind of watching it a little bit. That series is kind of confusing though. It's like all over the place. It's not bad if you like monster stuff, but Jesus. But yeah, you've got that, and then there's a movie on Apple, and then there's the King Kong X Godzilla movie. Like, they're really going in on Godzilla. Next thing you know, we're gonna get a song remake of that Godzilla song that was out in, I think, the 80s.
Never heard of it.
I'm not surprised. Goes like, it's like, oh, Godzilla. I'm not surprised you haven't ever heard of it.
We just got a follower on our Instagram. We got 3 followers. No, wait, no. I'm following
It's
them.
probably it's wow.
Now we do got 1 follower.
I'm glad that you're so invested in our podcast, so you're doing other stuff.
I am listening. That's the I'm both listening and progressing in our podcast.
Here you go.
Less listening, more talking.
Well, I mean, he is the guy in the chair.
He's talking basically about that, yeah.
The Godfather.
No. Remember, Tony, that's you. He'll come to me on my daughter's wedding. You get one.
So Brandon's the rat.
Yes, Brandon is a rat.
Damn, why you gotta come at me like that?
Nah, he's the guy in the chair. You know, Spider-Man has the guy in the chair. He's like our Jarvis.
No.
Except a lot less
cool. Smart.
He's just calling me the guy in the chair because of the Spider-Man movie and because I'm fat. That's why.
That's not what I was saying. But if you're going there, that's like, on you, dude. That's you saying that. I didn't say it. I was saying it more like you're the guy behind the scenes and pointing us in the direction you want us to go. But if you want to make it into a fat joke, that's on you, bud.
Yeah, that's definitely some like what is it? Reflecting?
No, that's
some unaddressed trauma.
Yeah.
No, God,
you're like reflecting your own issues onto him.
It's called something, and it's just that's fleeting my fucking. I'll think about it like tomorrow at like 12 o'clock, and I'll be like, oh god. Projecting. He's projecting.
Yeah. Close enough.
Or I'm doing what Eminem does and insulting myself first before you insult me. So
no, because technically, if it's going based off of what you said, I insulted you, and you just went further in. You're like, oh yeah, but I didn't insult you. You just made something that it wasn't.
Okay.
Don't be the MGK that just made his own graveyard.
Yes, dude. Don't shoot yourself in the leg, bro. Fucking challenging Eminem.
I didn't challenge Eminem. I said I did what Eminem did.
Not you. We're talking about MGK now. We're past you and your wannabe fat joke.
Okay, with my fat joke, then we can call this episode 2 finalized. With our what's it called? Glad to have our new host, Antonio. We'll see what episodes come out of our little 4-man group. But I hope everybody enjoyed our episode 2, and we look forward to episode 3. What do you want to do?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Are we like the borderline banter bros, or what can we say? Like, instead of Diamond Dogs, out.
I mean, is that not what we decided on? The borderline banter in brews?
No, I mean like our little sign off. Like, what are we gonna say?
Oh,
Mad Dog 20.
Here's to you. Here's to me. May we always agree. If we don't, fuck you. Here's to me. Bye.